Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Welcome to another edition of Mean Streets. Chris Meaney hanging out with you. Do me a solid, smash the like button. Game 7 tonight in the NHL. I got a couple picks and a couple props here for you. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals gets underway on Wednesday, so we won't have a dangle bet Sally episode tomorrow, but we'll try to have something, definitely have something on our YouTube page on Wednesday, whether it's a Mean Streets episode or a DBC episode with myself and Eric Young breaking down the Final Four matchups. Go Stars, go Panthers. Let's get into tonight. Edmonton against Vancouver. I've always been on the Oilers. I've been on the Oilers to get past the Canucks before the playoffs started. This was what I had in my bracket. I'll be honest with you guys. The Canucks have really impressed me. They continue to impress me, finding ways to win hockey games. Down to their third string goalie in Shelovs, and Edmonton throwing out Pickard, their third string goalie at a couple moments in this series as well. Game 7 home ice usually lean with that team. Vancouver's had the Edmonton Oilers number this season. I'm going to stick with my process here with the Oilers, and it's a tough loss with Brock Besser. According to reports, he's not going to be able to play this game due to blood clots. So that is it's a significant loss. I mean, he's the shooter. He's the leading goal scorer. He's the guy on the Canucks. So other guys are going to have to step up here. We haven't really seen a whole lot of greatness from Elias Pettersson. He's going to have to step up in this moment. It's not good when you lose a player like this in a pivotal game 7, and it could be super tight. And again, he is the shooter on that power play and overall as well. I mean, looking at his ice time, he's got 122 minutes in this series. He's second among forwards behind JT Miller, his line mate, at 125. So it's a big time loss. Guys like Elias Lindholm, Elias Pettersson, who are number 3 and number 4, roughly 10 minutes fewer than Brock Besser and JT Miller. Those guys are going to have to step up. Connor Garland. I like Edmonton today. This number is going to change. I think as we get closer to puck drop, we're going to continue to see money come in on the Oilers. Minus 155 is the best number that I'm seeing. I believe that's over at Caesars. I think FanDuel's hanging minus 156 as well. As for props, I do have a couple Canucks that I like, but I'm going to start here with the Edmonton Oilers, and we'll lead here with Zach Hyman for 4 shots at minus 114. That's over at Bet Rivers. Zach Hyman has 27 shot attempts and 17 shots at 5-5. The 17 shots is tied for the team lead with Evan Bouchard. And at all strengths, he does lead the Oilers in shots with 25. Of course, he is in front of the net on the power play. It's actually not him who leads the Oilers in shots in the power play and shot attempts on the power play. It's Leon Draisaitl. But even still, that power play is clicking at 36%. He's right in front of the net. He's tipping everything. He's getting rebounds. So he had 4 shots in game 6. He's had 4+ shots in 7 of his 11 games here in the playoffs. And he's had 4 in the 6 games. 4 in 4 of the 6 games in this series against the Vancouver Canucks. So we're going with Hyman there, 4 shots at minus 114. Evander Kane, it's like your plus money play here, plus 115 again over at Bet Rivers for 3 shots on goal tonight. Kane leads all forwards in this series with 31 shot attempts at 5-5. He's got goals in back-to-back games. He had 4 shots in game 6. If you look at the game log, it's like Kane shows up, disappears, shows up, disappears. And the games that he shows up is when the Oilers decide to put him on the second line with Leon Draisaitl. When they load up that top line, Kane is pretty much invisible. It makes sense. Playing with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and they really can't get anything going. Nugent-Hopkins is up on that top line with McDavid, with Hyman, Leon Draisaitl. For now, if the Oilers are down or the game is tight, we could see them load up. That's probably going to happen at points in this game, but Kane is getting contributions at 5-5. He's putting pucks towards the goal at 5-5. All of these attempts basically that he has in the playoffs. Take a quick look here using Natural Stat Trick. He has, bear with me, overall all strengths, he has 32 attempts. He's got 1 shot attempt on the power play. So 31 attempts, 31 of his 32 have been at 5-5. Again, playing with Leon Draisaitl, I think that's good for his game. Speaking of Draisaitl, 2 points here, minus 105. We've been taking this one. I think we took it every single game so far in this round. As for Leon Draisaitl, overall in the playoffs, 11 playoff games. He's had 2+ points in 9 of the 11. He has 2+ shots in 10 of the 11. We'll get to that in a minute. Overall, he's got 24 shot attempts and 10 shots at 5-5. It doesn't really blow you away, but it's the power play, right? He's got 44 attempts at all strengths, 19 shots on goal at all strengths, which is 3rd on the Oilers. He's got these 17 shot attempts on the power play, which is a team high, but it's really just this power play that's operating at 36%. even if he's away from McDavid, couple power play points, one power play point, 5 and 5 point. We're right there. So going to continue with that trend on Leon Draisaitl, 2 points at -105. Evan Bouchard and Zach Hyman for a point at -120. I think the last time we did this was +100. In game 6, it was around -105, -110. So it's getting a little bit juicier here. But again, the power play is clicking. And Bouchard he leads this team in shot attempts overall. So he's getting a lot of pucks towards the goal, and Hyman's the guy that's deflecting them and putting them in. Double-digit goals here in the playoffs. It's been great. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins is the last Oiler that I think I'm going to talk about here for an assist. 11 games in the playoffs. He's got 11 assists. He had 2 helpers in game 6. He has 6 assists in 6 games in this assist. Again, back up on the top line with Connor McDavid. He has 5 power play assists as well in these playoffs. And I'll say it one more time. The Oilers' power play is operating at 36.8% in these playoffs. This is ludicrous. I think it's been the best power play of all time. I think it was heading into game 6, and they were kind of quiet in that one. But nonetheless, those are the Oilers we're jumping on here. So I am feeling some Canucks. We'll start with JT Miller, 3 shots at -110 over at DraftKings. Again, these guys are going to have to step up here today. JT Miller's got 7 shots in his last 2 games, 3 and 4. I expect him to live in the 22-plus minute range. He's had 22-plus minutes in 4 of his 6 games. He's the shooter on the power play regardless of if Brock Besser is playing or not. We know that Brock Besser is most likely out. So I took a look earlier at the 5-on-4 shot attempts, and Miller leads the way with 10 attempts at 5-on-4, and then Elias Lindholm has 9 attempts at 5-on-4. So those have actually been the shooters for the Vancouver Canucks. Miller's got the 4 shots in the power play, and Elias Lindholm has 6. We may need a power play or 2 to get to this number, but I also think he's going to have more of a shooting mentality today without Brock on his line. I don't know what the lines are going to look like. I would assume that Tocchet goes JT Miller and Elias Pettersson. And then the second line, because we've seen a little bit of chemistry with Elias Lindholm, Connor Garland, and Dakota, like those would be the guys that would be on the second line. Mikheyev probably jumps up to that top line. So the depth is not that great in Vancouver, but I would expect Miller to have a shooting mentality. So I'm taking over 2.5 at -110. And this is a bit of a long shot. This would be my long shot prop of the day. It's Elias Pettersson. Where is this guy? He doesn't look himself. I know he's rattled because he's not scoring. He's fumbling the puck, but now is the time, dude. Like, seriously, in game 7, home ice, again, leaned on a lot from Rick Tocchet. And I would expect him to have a shooting mentality. Both of these guys on the power play at 5-on-5, extra ice time, double shifts, all those things, especially if they're down in the game. So I'm going to lean with Pettersson here. He does have points in back-to-back games, jumped on the -130, jumped on the -145 over the last 2 games. I'm seeing -150 for a point. I do like it. It's pretty good value, for a guy that's going to live in the 20-minute range, top power play, top line today with Miller. It's pretty good value. Stuart Skinner on the other side, even though I like the Canucks, Skinner is shaky, right? You never know what you're going to get with this guy. He's had 2+ shots in 3 straight games, 2, 3, and 2. So he has hit this number once. He's been right there over the past couple. It's my long shot prop of the day. And I have him in a parlay here with 2 shots. So this one I like. We talked about Bouchard. Bouchard's actually been held under. He only has 3 shots in his last 2 games, like 2 and 1. But he's had 2+, I think, in every other game. So like 9 of 11. And we talked about the 42 attempts and the 17 shots at 5-on-5 leads the Oilers, and 56 shot attempts at all strengths leads the Oilers, leads everybody in the series, and 21 shots is second on the squad at all strengths there. Of course, Hyman leads the way. So we got Bouchard 2 shots, Hyman 2 shots, Draisaitl 2 shots, and Elias Pettersson 2 shots at Bet365. That pays +100. Then another bit of a long shot here, Elias Lindholm and Connor Garland on the same line. We've seen these guys have some chemistry, 2+ shots each. It's all we're looking for. 2+ shots is +100 at Bet365. And the way out, Ian Cole for 3 blocks at +140 over at Bet365. I wrote this in the Discord earlier for Ian Cole. So for 4 blocks is +340. For 5 blocks is +750. Maybe a little bit of a ladder. I wouldn't get carried away with it too much. But having said that, he does have at least 3 blocks in 5 straight games in this series. So he's been blocking some shots for the Vancouver Canucks. I think this is a pretty good number. So my long shot plays. Actually, like this one more than Elias Pettersson 3 shots. Ian Cole 5 straight, 3 blocks. We'll put him in as a long shot. Elias Pettersson 3 shots plus 130. DraftKings, that's a long shot. My other third long shot would be Lindholm and Garland for 2+ shots each at plus 100. I'll rank these in order of how I like them. We're going with Hyman for 4 shots. I like Kane for 3 shots. I like Bouchard and Hyman for a point each at minus 120. We're going to go with Nugent Hopkins for an assist at minus 105. I'll jump over to JT Miller for 3 shots at minus 110. Then back over to the Oilers for Leon Draisaitl at 2 points at minus 105. And then we get into the long shots. I actually like this one quite a bit. I don't view this one as a long shot. Pettersson, Draisaitl, Hyman, Bouchard, 2+ shots each. At least 2 shots each plus 100 and the Oilers. So again, ranking these: Edmonton, Hyman, Kane, Nugent Hopkins assist, going over to Miller. So if you're just doing 5, you roll with those 5. You got the parlay there for the 4-leg parlay for the shots. Over to Draisaitl for the 2 points, Pettersson for the 3 shots. Ian Cole over Pettersson, actually. I like Ian Cole a lot. I actually put Ian Cole ahead of Draisaitl 2 points tonight. So we'll switch up that order. We'll go Hyman, we'll go Kane, we'll go Nugent Hopkins, we'll go Miller, and we'll take Ian Cole there. And then we'll get into some of the other long shots. Over at Prize Picks and Underdog, all these plays are there. PrizePicks.com, promo code FTN. They'll match your first deposit 100% up to $100. Zach Hyman, 4 shots. Kane, 3 shots. Pettersson, 2 shots. It's a goblin, but we got 2 demons here on this card. We got Kane for 3 shots as a demon. We got Hyman as a neutral play at 4 shots. We got Pettersson as a goblin just for 2 shots today. We got Ian Cole as a demon for 3 blocks. We got JT Miller over 20 minutes and 25 seconds of ice time, 22 plus minutes and 4 of 6. I think it was just under 22 in one of those games. So 22 and 3 of 6, 21-50 and 4 of 6. Again, must-win situation on home ice today without Brock Besser. I think that Miller and Pettersson get leaned on here significantly. And same goes for Lindholm and Garland. That's why I had that one in there as well. Good luck on the ice. This should be a fun one. Game 7s are the best 2 words in sports, so we'll see what happens, and we will see who Dallas plays after tonight. And again, subscribe to our YouTube page. I'll probably have a solo video on Wednesday, and we'll link up with EY again maybe on Thursday, which would probably be game 1 between the Oilers and the Oilers or Canucks and Dallas Stars. Good luck. Enjoy. We'll talk to you soon. Cheers.